But yeah, I'm an atheist. Any atheists in? All devil worshipping down the back. I'm an atheist. I am, though, however, a big, huge advocate for integrated education, guys. I think it's 2019. We need to move on as a country. Am I right? Are we all for integrated education? Yeah. I just think, in my humble opinion, I think it'd be really nice, for Protestant kids to mix it with the working class. One Protestant enjoyed that a little too much. But do you remember in school, right? I left school now 20 years ago, but when I was growing up in the 90s, right, it was real easy to sort of determine what religion anybody was, right? You used to go down the street and you were asked, what religion are you? And I was always like, I fucking don't know. They're all, what's your name? You're like, Peter Schmeichel, right? Just making shit up. But genuinely, you used to be able to tell in the 90s, we growing up, we were all given either Protestant names or Catholic names, like you had your Dermot O'Flaherty's and your Tony Wallace or Billy Wallace, whatever it was back then, and it was really easy to tell just by their name, whereas nowadays kids are getting all these weird names, and kids now are so lazy and they just don't put any effort into sectarianism anymore, do they? Really don't. You hear a name in school and you have to fucking walk home and go down your kitchen and go, Alexa, is Beyonce McGinty a Catholic name? There's no effort anymore, it's just straight in. That's what she said.
Yeah, I'll just talk, will I? I'll just talk shite. We're here at McCooey's in Newry tonight, and we're doing. Go on ahead. You're alright. Well, there's a comedy club on. It's like a monthly comedy club run by Darren Matthews. So I'm just doing 10 minutes tonight, and most of my jokes are written on a page in a book. So I spent all afternoon sort of typing out new jokes and putting them in like Crit Stick into my book, and I'm just going to sit and play like a bit of sort of romantic music, and most jokes are about like my girlfriend and things like that. So go ahead, you're okay. So yeah, just so we'll see how it goes, and if the joke goes well, maybe I'll sort of put a wee tick beside it, and then it means I can just use it in gigs down the line. But with the build up to the gig next week, hopefully enough of them work that I can incorporate them in some shape or form into my set. So fingers crossed. Actually do it, pen. Come on, what's that pen, please? Would you have beside you? Cheers, man, thank you. Oh, sorry. See, we got the same book.
Oh yeah.
I've got some use out of this, I tell you.
Well, you have the neatest fucking handwriting. Holy shit, were you in the army or something?
It's printed out.
I was looking going.
You went to army or something.
I think you have nice handwriting anyway, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
mine looks like fucking
from our postcards.
Haven't met anybody in the army that can't fucking
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're writing with stuff up your nose. Mine looks fucking. Jesus Christ, all embarrassing.
mine's like you'll find out beside a dead body.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's nearly proof it's that bad.
what I'm going to do here tonight, I have about 20 new jokes that I want to try out, and I had about 80 to 100, and I thought the best way to do it would be to block loads together into like a sort of Valentine's Day-esque kind of section, and especially with Valentine's coming up in the next month, it means any gigs I do over the next 3 or 4 weeks, I can do this kind of material. So I just have the song Nat King Cole, Love, L is for the way you look. So I have that, and I've got the instrumental on down low, and then I'm just going to tell some horrifically disturbing jokes, but the way I've sort of sectioned it too,
Yeah.
all the really like rough material is at the back end of my set, so it gives the audience a few minutes to kind of, oh, he's nice, you know, he's a lovely wee boy, and then just straight in going, you know, what
Actually, I think I was being careful.
the worst thing about dating a girl that has Parkinson's is you can never go steady. So it's kind of like graded 1 to 10 and how rough it is. So this is like number 10. So fingers crossed to buy into what I'm doing before I tell the rougher material. So we'll see how it goes.
I said, darn, I give you money for this right away. It's the one who goes, yeah, I want to get you this country with so much stuff. And you sure it's way more than
I told him so not only would she get back in, there was a good, strong chance she would get fucking elected. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me. Thank you very much!
I just love that the other comedians are sitting in the back and people go, how's the gig in Newry? And they're just like, yeah, it was in Newry. Fuck me. Yes, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's okay. We actually have somebody here from quite a disadvantaged neighbourhood. He's also from Lurgan. But, so Bronus put out the troker box for him. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this man has sold out his show next week. So if you want to go see him next week, tough shit, you got to see him here instead. God love this. This gentleman is recently got a job with Q Radio, which I will talk more about later on. And he's doing his sold out show in the Duke of York in Belfast next week. But for you, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to do a bit of a preview of a bit of the stuff. Does that sound like fun? Good shit. Ladies and gentlemen of Newry and McCooey's and the biggest wee comedy club in the north. Just before we take our break, go wild and go crazy, and please welcome to the stage, Mr. Sean Hegarty.
So, good evening, Newry. How are we all doing tonight? Oh, we stop. You alright? You like?
I'll make sure that works.
Okay, I thought you were like fucking bouncer for me or something there. Yeah, we all good, Newry? Lovely stuff. Thanks so much for having me here tonight. Just going to do a short set. Just going to tell a few new jokes. I actually, why not start with a bit of good news? Found out I'm going to be a dad recently at 36. Thanks very much. Just whatever you do, don't tell my girlfriends. We live at 21. So. Cheers. You know, Darren was actually talking earlier about Monopoly. My son actually glued his hand to a Monopoly board last night, and he's completely fine now. But for a while there, you know, he was touch and go. Just fucking explain it to him here, are you? Just there's the wee bit in a Monopoly board called Go. It's a pun. It's like double meaning. He's alright, ladies. He's good. Lovely stuff. Are you alright, madam? What's your name? Sorry, that's a fucking shit name. What's your name? Martina. Nice to meet you, Martina. What do you do for a living? You're a homemaker. It's like a... What's that, like a bricklayer or what the fuck? Just a bricklayer, is that what you are? You just... Bit of bricklaying, bit of plumbing. You don't work. So you're from Lurgan as well, and nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Martina. Guys, we'll do some new stuff. We're going to have quite a bit of fun, and then Martina's going to make a wee home for us before we leave tonight. You having that one, Martina? Yeah? I like the way you're just sitting there, just like, not laughing or nothing, just going, yeah, that's a good joke, that's a good one. You don't quite talk like a camp man from Lurgan, you don't. You have a beautiful voice, you do. Don't really care, just fuck up, I'll have to tell a few jokes. I went for a run this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't really have a choice. My wife fucked that joke up. Start again. I went for a run this morning, didn't really have a choice. Her husband came home early. It's not. It's funny, fucking. I do this for a living, you wouldn't think it. True story, I know a family that are so ugly, the father put his daughter's own group on. Okay, I'm not doing that one again. My girlfriend is such a clean freak that last week she bought alcohol wipes for a carry-out. Alright, so just talk to Martina again there, shall we? Word of advice. Never talk to the front row. Word of advice. If you ever date a blind girl, don't try and serenade her with a bit of One Direction. You don't know you're beautiful.
Keep that one.
Everyone else in the room can see. My girlfriend's so hairy down there. She says to me, just One Direction, straight down to the muff. Hey. My girlfriend's so hairy down there. She says to me the other night, she says, Sean, let's incorporate a toy into our lovemaking tonight. So I used my son's metal detector and found £2.60. Any New Year's resolutions, Martina? Maybe you should try and not being a cunt. I'm only, no, please, no. No, I'm only messing, Martina. I'm just messing. Martina, I'm just, no. No. No, I'm just messing. What are you saying, buddy? That would be a miracle, not a resolution. You guys are married to take it, is that? No. Do you know her at all? No, you just... Lovely stuff, just... On a night out with his boyfriend. Decides to slag the fuck out of the front row. That's your job. So rude. It is my job, yeah. I'm trying to do it at the minute, but you keep talking. But what's your name, sir? Oh, Rory. Oh, you're Rory. Works for the newspaper. You're not reviewing this show, Rory, are you? You're not reviewing this show, are you? Lovely stuff. I will be writing a letter complaint, as will Martina. First thing Monday morning, sir. Actually, I opened a newspaper last week trying to find the sports pages. Tell you what, I was glad to see the back of it. Rory told me that one. Cheers, Rory. Rory, what do you call the newspaper in Craigavon? There's a newspaper in Craigavon, isn't that right? What's it called? The Echo. The what? The Echo. The what? The Echo. Cheers, Rory. Thanks a lot, mate. I ended up giving my girlfriend her big present on Christmas Eve, but I didn't have time to wrap it. And that's how she ended up pregnant. I call my penis Big Ben because when the ladies see it, they know what time it is. Does a deaf person class fingering as oral sex? Just explained it, yeah. I had to phone an ambulance for my... I know where I'm bound my family home. That was quick, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. Like a miracle worker. I remember when 3 prostitutes walked past the window. I had to phone an ambulance for my girlfriend last week. She's completely fine, just stupid bastard didn't know the number. Alright, lovely stuff. I think the worst thing about living next to a group of bulimic supermodels is you can never tell them to keep it down. A lot of people call my girlfriend names because she's overweight, but I don't care. To me, my girlfriend has the most perfect figure. It's in her bank account. I think the worst thing about dating a girl that has Parkinson's is you can never go steady. There we go, don't tap her leg, she doesn't have it. This one lady singing off, she's like, you call 4 people a cunt, that's fine, but as soon as you bring up Parkinson's, I'm going for a big shite. Guys, this has been weird, I'm not going to lie to you. For some people it's the first time seeing me, for a lot of people it's the last. Yeah. Do you know people that refuse to stick their tongue out when receiving Holy Communion? You gotta hand it to them. Guys, I had so much more that I wanted to do, but I'm not really getting paid enough, so I'm just going to head on. No, Nuri, you're absolutely brilliant. Fingers crossed I'm going to organise a solo show here in the next few months. No, don't clap, none of you are invited. No, you've been lovely. Thanks for letting me try a few jokes. I'm going to hand you back now to the master ceremonies. Nuri, you're fucking lovely. Have a good night, cheers!
So it's currently Wednesday and my live show is 2 days away. Do I know what I'm doing yet? No, absolutely no idea. See, I feel like this is probably a good problem to have. Like, see, when you look at football managers and they're like, oh, I have 27 players. Like, I don't know who I'm going to choose between. It's like a good problem to have. And with me, I think the same sort of thing goes here, because if you look at my stuff, I just have about 50 ideas, and it's just so hard to, like, because my memory is so terrible as well. So what you'll see, or what you'll find that I'll do, right, let me show you. So I have 3 different sections that I do on my keyboard, right? But my memory is so terrible that I actually have like little prompts. I don't know if you can see that. Like, so this will be one part that I do, these 2 sides. So I'll do 5 jokes on this side, and I'll move over and do 5 jokes on this side. And then I have like a sound effect kind of part that I do as well, which I have here. And then I have some kind of new jokes that I'll do with like a bit of a jingle that I'll play. People say to me, like, a lot of the time, do you know, how do you remember all the jokes? But that's the thing, as long as I can remember the wording of the joke, like that's the most important thing to me. I can find a set of jokes just by, like, for instance, as well, I have a football with loads of different subjects on it, from cat to football, pizza, jobs, impressions, girlfriends. So what I could do is just throw that out into the audience. If it hits somebody in the face, doesn't matter, and I can just go, catch this, pick a subject on it, and then it means in the audience's head they're like, oh, we're getting to dictate where the show goes. But to me it's like, no mate, I fucking don't care where the show goes, to be honest. I just need prompts to help me remember jokes. So if I hear Halloween, I'll then go, my mum, every year for Halloween my mum forces my dad to dress up as a nun. I don't know why, it's just a force of habit. So there's maybe 5 or 6 in each sort of topic. So once I throw the ball out, somebody catches it. I'll have a brief chat with them. You know, what do you do for a living? What's your name? Is this your girlfriend or your sister? It could be both. You could be from Larne. You know, things like that. And then what I'll do is I'll just get them to pick a subject, and then they think the show's going where they want it to go, when in actual fact it's just me going, please help me remember what joke to tell next. So it's a pretty good thing to have, yeah. And I have loads of these. I have loads of these kinds of things scattered all around what I'm doing. So yeah. So I'm using my kid's bedroom basically just as like a kind of studio and a stand-up comedy room. Just when the boys go to school, it means I can just kind of just take over their room, bring in, like, I have things like my mic stand and stuff here, and I just have a big list of jokes, and I just stand looking at the board, just rhyming them off, and I kind of have them, as you can see here, I have like a mixture of jokes for like one part of the country. I have impressions, I have jobs, I have Halloween, I have longer jokes that I might do throughout my set, and then at the top corner I have like segments. So I have written down here I have 13 segments, but what I do is, the last time I sort of prepared for a solo show, I said I was only going to do an hour, maybe an hour 10. I ended up doing like an hour 40. And that is a lot of material, especially for a one-liner comedian. But I have loads of segments that I can use to sort of break up the jokes as well, because apparently it's like statistically proven that you can only really take in about 13 to 15 minutes, I think, of one-liners before you start to maybe get a bit bored and stuff. So what I do is I kind of, every 5 to 10 minutes, I'll break the jokes up with different segments. That's where the keyboard comes in, that's where the ukulele comes in. I have sort of sound prompts and stuff as well, and it's just all about kind of breaking it up for the audience and just hoping that they have a good a time as possible. So it is the day of the show. It's the 31st of January 2020. Today's the day when the UK leaves the EU and Brexit officially happens. I think there's like until the end of the year where they have that amount of time to sort of, what would you call it, like come to some kind of an agreement. But yeah, it's 31st of January. It's the last day of dry January. It's been one of the longest months of all time, but the live shows tonight should be good fun. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning, did my first show last night with Q Radio. Went fucking enjoyed it so much. It was nowhere near as stressful as I thought it would have been. So just gotta get home now. Just been out to the shop. It's 9:30 in the morning, and I've just been out getting some like props and stuff. So I've got them here with me. I've got beans, I've got reading glasses that I'm going to sort of pop the lens out of and use those for like a news bit that I do, and also for a bit of a sort of like a mini rap kind of thing as well, again just to break up the jokes. So just trying to keep hold of the shit here in the bag so it doesn't fall all over the floor. Yeah, so I've got my props, going home now just to do a couple of hours work again, take a bit of a break, do another couple of hours work, and then it's off to the show. So fingers crossed it goes well. Sold out, which is amazing. Sold it out about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So that's been a bit of a relief. It's like a 60-seater, so it's nothing huge, but at the same time it's a start. I think when people see that it's sold out, and when people see a poster with sold out written on it, they're like, oh, this must be good. So many people have, you know, spent money on going to see this, so it must be good. And then it encourages people next time around when tickets go on sale to buy more tickets, because they're like, oh fuck, he sold out last time, so it must be good. So I'm not really nervous. I'm sort of my worry every single time I do anything is just that I forget shit, but fingers crossed I'll be alright. I've got the experience to deal with it, so we'll see how it goes. Don't want to do it. No, I do. It's 10 to 5. We're leaving here at 6 o'clock to head down to Belfast for the live show. Just been going over jokes all day. Really tired. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. Had like a 20-minute, half-hour nap earlier. Hard to switch off though, to be honest. See, like when your brain's constantly thinking of jokes, your brain's just going 100 miles an hour, and to get it to slow down or to stop is just painfully hard. And even your heart rate, my heart is just all day just been almost like this anxiousness just in the build up to the gig. And it's not really nerves, it's not really, do you know what it is? It's just you don't want to disappoint people. You know how hard it is to earn money, and for people to spend, whether it's 20 quid, 40 quid, 60 quid to come and see my show. Like, this is their night out. A lot of people haven't, maybe because this is the last day of January too, a lot of people haven't drank for the month of January. A lot of people are saving up and cutting costs and bills and clearing their debts from Christmas and stuff. So for a lot of people, this is maybe their first night out from Christmas, and people have invested a lot in terms of maybe taxis or transport or babysitters and stuff. So there's kind of a lot sort of, I do feel that slight bit of pressure to just give people a great night. But about to have dinner in a few minutes, then I'm going to get a bath. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to put my ears under the water. I'm going to listen to my own heartbeat for a while. I'm going to breathe slowly. I'm going to go over jokes a few times in my head. And then just get down there tonight and just hopefully do the business and do what I've been practicing all week, really. So just fingers crossed it goes well. I know that I don't have to worry about the audience being there, you know, because it's sold out, so that's great. So I just have to worry about the jokes and stuff now, and just making sure I know the jokes word for word, because if I mess up just one word inside a joke, it completely ruins the joke and it completely puts me off as well. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But first, dinner time, and then get a bath. Jokes. It is small, but on a balcony. So you can do it here, you can do it there. One, two. Hello, SSC Arena. 1, 2.
Sounds good down here.
Yeah. And it's weird too when you've been practicing all week in like a huge area, and then you just go on to that. This is almost like a. What is this? Like a function room or what would this
Dressing
be?
room.
Just a dressing room, is it?
Yeah, well, I think the bar songs some as well, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It could be room to sort of hire out for a night, wouldn't it? Your own wee private bar.
Ah, would be, yeah.
Nice, like. Just trying to make sure the jokes all go in now. Stay in.
Yeah, it's lovely idea they just put down all the lights. It's quite dark. It's far darker than what it was a minute ago. It's just so the stage looks brighter. Which is good.
Is this it, do you think? Are you good to go? 2 minutes?
No, the front door's open. Should we go? Like, you want the front door shut? Let's go walk down the toilet. You're just gonna go at your shut. So from back here, you're gonna go right now? Yeah, so let's do it then because that's the pre-show music off.
So we're going to go down and around the other side and up and then through. Rather
Yeah,
than
so
walking-
we're yeah.
rather than trying to get through everybody. So.
My name is Jean Hegarty. My twin cousin from Northern Ireland, he will be on after the break. What we're going to do is I'm going to do maybe 5 or 10 minutes of jokes, bit of chat. I'm going to bring on our fabulous warm-up act, and then we'll have a 10-minute break for 15 minutes. And then basically what we'll do is I'll come back out and we'll do the full 1 hour show from start to finish. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Lovely stuff. So dressed like a fucking asshole, so I may as well tell a few sort of French jokes. Alright, where do you start? I wrote these all yesterday, so I'm just trying my best to remember them all. Look good, lads, don't it? Looks alright. Ignore me, cheers, that's great. Lovely stuff. What's your name, mate? Well, I guess? Sean? I know him, it's a friend of the family. What do you do for a living, Sean? I haven't actually spoken to you in about 10 years, so... It's not that close. He's a farmer. He's a farmer. Where are you from? Are you from the south? It's Newry. You're from Newry. Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Jesus fucking Christ. Where are you from? Turn it. You're from Wexford?
Yeah.
Yeah, also known as down south. It's going to be a long night. Well, what's your name? Aoife. Nice to meet you, Aoife. And is this your sister, your friend? Sister-in-law. Lovely stuff. Are you married, Aoife? No. Are you engaged? How long have you been together?
5 years.
Oh, so you could propose tonight then, couldn't you? Would you go for that? Are you going to be proposing in the near future? What are you thinking of doing? Would you like him to propose? Would you like him to propose, Aoife? Absolutely, lovely stuff. So it's definitely can't do it now in the next 3 years. You know that. I've completely ruined it for you. But that's nice. So a couple of French jokes. Somebody just shout, no problem. French jokes coming right up. I bumped into my friend the other day. He says, well, Sean, are you going on any holidays this summer? I says, yeah, I'm going to the south of France. He goes, oh, that's nice. I says, actually, it's pronounced Nice. 15 quid for that one joke. Sorry, is this... Hello? Sorry. Thought it was ringing there for a second. It's my BlackBerry. Here. What about this one, right? Ooh, yeah. Barry White. I'm thinking of starting a football team in the south of France. To lose? No, to win, mate. But I do have a French friend, right? And he called my house the other day, guys, right? My French friend knocked at my door. He says, he was covered in cuts and bruises, right? Covered blood all down his face and stuff. I says, mate, thank God you're here. Really need your help. I says, 8 across, 6 letters, huge monument in Paris. He says, I fell. I says, mate, I don't give a fuck what happened to you. I need to get this crossword finished. Went to a house party in his house last week. I went into the bathroom after him. I came back out and he was just walking down the stairs and I goes, mate, did you take a big shite in the floor in there? He says, oui. I goes, no mate, it's definitely a fucking turd. You definitely... And that's it for my French jokes. Round of applause. Oh, it was hard work. That was hard work. So, are we all enjoying January? Are we all glad to see the back of it? Yeah. January's almost finished yet. Anyone doing dry January? Just yourself, Aoife? Yeah. You're finished up today. Right. You're not supposed to finish till tomorrow. That's alright. We know you're a quitter. It's fine. It's fine, Aoife. My mum, she actually did dry January and she lasted 5 days before she died of dehydration. So it's alright. I actually had a couple of New Year's resolutions myself. My main New Year's resolution was to stop living life in the fast lane. Honestly, it was costing me over 80 quid a day in diesel. So, cheers, guys. Thanks very much for that. Thanks very much. My mum's dead on. She's a nice woman. Obviously, before she died of dehydration. But this sort of contradicts my next joke, right? She's very much still alive. But I called out to see her this afternoon, right? And you know the way mums are, they try and relay information to you, and they're sort of like queens of gossip, aren't they? But they just never get it right. And I went out to my mum's this afternoon. She goes, "What about your fella that died, Kenobi?" And I was like, "Kenobi?" She goes, "Aye, Kenobi." I was like, "Obi-Wan?" And she goes, "No, there's fucking 8 of them." And I was like, "Do you mean Kobe, Mum?" And she goes, "Aye, Kobe." And I was like, "For fuck's sake, what are you like? She's a nightmare." And then she goes to me as well, she goes, "Did you see Sky News there? Ralph Heroes died as well." And I was like, "Who the fuck is Ralph Hero? I've never heard of him." I went in, right? RAF hero. That's what it said on the news. That's what my mum's like, absolutely mental. But I'll tell you who's not mental. My lovely, lovely wife, and I'm about to bring her on for you guys. She's in for an absolute treat. She's going to do 15 or 20 minutes for you. This guy's fucking yes! He went about that there. Who can blame him? Look how I'm fucking dressed. Away you go, mate. Away you go. No, I will bring. I was going to give her more of an introduction, but she's fucking pretty much give it away now. She's on Netflix. She's on the iPlayer. She's on my dick a couple of times a week. I'm only messing. I'm only messing. It's once a month if I'm lucky. No, you're in for an absolute treat. She is the fucking reason I do stand-up comedy. To get out of the house. No, please put your hands together. She's absolutely amazing. For my lovely wife, Fiona Doherty!
That's the reason why I still earn money under Doherty, not Hegarty! Did you get the mic up? Is that as loud as it goes? Did you say no, you're alright? That cheeky bastard has me doing this for free and all. Is the mic up? Can you hear me okay? Yeah. You're so lucky. So my name's Fiona. Obviously Sean gave me a really gorgeous introduction there. Maybe not be getting us go this month after that. My name's in the back of the toilet doors.
It's hard to just stand there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I almost feel like I need to like lean on the.
No, I don't mind standing there, but I mean just to be in the light, I had to be on the two, like between the two stages. They are lovely.
And even the ones I thought like, oh, it's just terrible, were really laughing. I was like,
Yeah, they're vocal. But then as well, like they're your audience. Like why would you buy a ticket to your show unless you love one-liners? You know what I mean? When they say king of one-liners or whatever I mean. That's what people are here for. You know what I mean? So they're going to be on your level. In auditions, like I auditioned the other day, I practiced my lines like this here. As if your fellow was standing there. Oh, we did the audition and we were here, and I was all, whoa, and I had to go in, you have to swap sides, mate. I was all, why not? You just need to stand there, because otherwise I'm going to be like, oh, not remember. It's mind mapping.
that's it. Because I'm so comfortable with everything just being here, and I'm like, okay, I'll do that next. Whereas now it's like down here and then here.
You should have been doesn't
matter. Wouldn't have been able to do anything about it.
Exactly. No, but you would have rehearsed it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just an hour left.
Get over right now.
The breaks at about 11, isn't it?
Breaks is at 11. You'll not be able to stay there.
Cancel fireworks then?
Then you could be the last person because you were saying to do stand up. In Belfast anyway. Not in the some people be doing it in London right up over 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that'd be good for the next poster, like King of One-Liners and the last comedian.
Yeah.
I'm just going over the song, right? So in case you think I'm trying it. It's kind of like mixed feelings about this time, isn't it, Dora? You're just like, you're waiting to go on and you're like, you wish it was over, but then at the same time, if you end up having a really brilliant gig,
Yeah.
you don't wish it was over, you just wish it was like halfway through and you were really comfortable and you could do the
People
rest of
say
the
that
stuff.
thing, don't they, about like you can never quit stand up, don't they? Because you don't want the gig you just done. If it's a bad gig, you don't want that gig to be your last gig because it was so crap. But if it was a great gig, then you're obviously going to do more. So you can never quit stand up. It's like
Can't wait. It's drugs.
it's like being in the van, isn't it? Can't get out. You're not allowed out. And the lights have went down in there now, so they're yeah. So I would say
I need to pee, but I wonder should I go down, pee, and come up and start?
you need to pee just out of nerves.
Belfast, make some noise! How are we all doing, guys? Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for coming here. This really means a lot to me. People call me the king of one-liners. I guess you can sort of make up your own mind by the end of this set. But we're going to do about an hour. We're going to have a bit of fun. Let your hair down. Have a few pints. Do whatever you need to do. At the end, we'll maybe just spin the bottle, see what happens. It's, whatever really suits. Up to you guys. We'll let you make the rules. But thanks so much for coming out. It really does mean the world to me. And I think what better way to start my stand-up hour by announcing that I am going to be a dad at 36. Thank you very much. Just so you know, don't tell my girlfriend because we live at 21. Thanks very much. Always works better before your wife does IVF material, doesn't it? She had a full fucking heart attack there. No, these are called jokes. This is not real. None of this is. None of this is real. No, sorry, do you want to go? This kind of makes the rest of the show uncomfortable. I'm going to be honest with you, right? Nothing I say or do up here is real, right? This is all just to make you guys laugh, alright? Just, that's called comedy. Right? Before we go any further, just want to let you know, alright? Alright, so... Fucking hell. I split up with my girlfriend last week. Now, I split up with my girlfriend. She's a clairvoyant. Turns out she's been seeing my grandfather behind my back. No, that's not true. I was going to say this after every joke. It's not true. Seriously though, right? Seriously. But still not true, right? My girlfriend did actually split up with me this week, guys. Thank you very much. Do you want to know why she split up with me? Yeah, my girlfriend split up with me simply because I don't know what alopecia is. Unbelievable, you know. But as my mummy says, it's her loss. I was getting out of my car just before the show tonight, right? True story. You're not going to believe this, right? got out of the car tonight, just getting ready for this gig, and I put my phone up on top of the roof of the car, right? And I was just gathering all my belongings, and this kid came along, right? Grabbed my phone, swallowed it, and ran off, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, tell you the. See, when I find him, fuck, I will wring his neck. I will. Did I catch your name at the start? What's your name? What's your name? You're devastated. Are you right? What's your name? Noel. Noel. Lovely stuff. Were you born around Christmas or just? You are. What day were you born? 14th of December. I'm 1st of December, so also not funny. Noel, just a wee question. Where did you get your roots dyed black? They're lovely. They're. Guys, it's comedy. It's not. I say none of this is real. I'm just messing, Noel. I'm just messing. What do you do for a living? This is the part that you can actually say what is real. Do you know? Are you afraid to say it? You're a social worker. That's a very respectable job. What do you do? What kind of social work? Kids that don't care, right? Not touching that with a fucking barge pole. So. Well done, Noel. Round of applause for Noel. Not touching that. Not the social work thing. I mean her. I'm only messing with you. We'll take turns. We'll not. I would definitely give her one. 1 out of 10. Guys, I'm just Noel. So all this, wow. When did I grow an extra 4 foot tall? This is fucking really down low, isn't it? This. I think we'll just make a start, will we? What I've got here, guys, I've got loads of different props and stuff. These are so nice that you've actually left the rest of the pyramids for me. That's very nice. You feel free to keep them. It's just smell your breath from here. Just. It's going to get really annoying, isn't it? In the next fucking 3 hours, I just keep going back to Noel, just jokes. But yeah, feel free to keep those, guys. I just invoice you for 50p during the week. But what I've got here, guys, I've got 2 little sort of Tupperware sort of cups. And what we're going to do throughout the show, I thought, you know, as it's my own solo show, I thought it'd be really nice to sort of try some new material like this just throughout the course of the evening. And I've got little slips of paper here, so it means if I tell a joke related to the slip of paper, if it goes well, we'll stick it in the tech pile. It just means at future gigs, I know I can rely on those jokes. So let's make a bit of a start, okay? My postman made me sign for a package this morning, which is really weird because I didn't even know he was deaf. Sign for Says the pervert who's only here for my wife. Was he who said that, buddy, was it? Fella behind, yeah. What's your name, sir? What is it? Couldn't tell. Were you Polish? What the fuck? Where are you from then? Good stuff, mate. Cheers for coming. Appreciate that. We'll just have a spokesperson for the table. Will we have the lady beside him who wishes she stayed home tonight. What's your name, madam? Fuck off, you guys, right? Every single one of you is fuck off home. That's great. I've got your money anyway, so laugh or don't laugh, I still get 20% of this gig. You know when the guys actually phoned me about 2 or 3 months ago, they were all, Sean, we'd love you to put on a solo show in the centre of Belfast. You know, we know you've been on Ireland's Got Talent, we know you've been on Late Licence, you've been on TV quite a lot, you're on the radio and stuff now. He says, what will it actually do to get you here? What do we have to do? And I says, well guys, you know, I have become a bit of a comedy diva, so I do have 3 demands set in place before I agree to take gigs of this magnitude, right? I says, number 1, I says, could you do me a favour? I says, you know, we've got Colin Gaddis doing the SSE Arena, we've got Paddy Raff doing a couple of nights at the SSE Arena too. I was like, could you do me a favour? You know, could you maybe just book me a wee 40 or 50 seater? That'd be lovely. You know? Somewhere, I was like, What about the stage? They go, it's entirely up to you. He goes, just a crate, just nothing more, just something really, really small, you know, just something that makes me feel really great. Number 2 as well. Number 2, he says, could you do me a favour? He says, you know, could you just put one really annoying person to the side of the stage so I have to explain all the jokes to I'm just messing around. And last but not least, I says, could you honestly do me a favour? Could you put some of Belfast's most beautiful women in the audience? So 2 out of 3. What does Freddie Mercury do when he runs out of clean underpants? He turns them inside. I bought a tub of diet pills last week, but I was so hungry I fucking had them all. They were delicious with gravy. It's also my ringtone. What else have we got for you here? Oh, here, what about this one? Where's the worst place to hide in a hospital? I see you! Refuse to stick their tongue out when receiving Holy Communion. You gotta hand it to them. Round of applause for Timor, thank you. I'm only messing. Where's he going? He's just going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Who's he with? Who's he with? Lovely stuff. What's your name, madam?
Michelle.
Nice to meet you, Michelle. And what do you do for a living, Michelle?
I'm a dental nurse.
You're a dental nurse. Lovely stuff. When you I take it you went to did you go to uni for that or did you do a course?
Yeah.
And when you did a course, when you finished it, they obviously just give you a certificate, don't they? Because obviously you don't like plaque. Thank you very much, Michelle. What do you call is this your partner? What's his name?
Gary.
Gary. What does Gary do?
He's a plumber.
He's a plumber, right? Fucking boring. And how often does he service your pipes? I'm just messing, Michelle. Michelle, is there anything you can tell us about him that we can sort of keep him going with when he comes back? Is there anything? There's bound to be something. Just a really dark secret. Just give us anything, Michelle. Come on, anything at all. Come on, Michelle.
Well, there's too many. I can't even.
Too many. That's what you say when there's none and he's a boring bastard. Just, where do you start? He reads books at night. Can you tell us anything, Michelle?
Peas a lot.
He what?
Peas a lot.
Oh, no shit. That's all you've got, Michelle? Just
I
that
don't know, I can't
he
think.
wears nabbies sometimes. Just... Is he coming back? Well, Gary! How's it going, mate? Right, man. So tell us about that time you bucked your cousin, Gary. Come on, Michelle told us all about it. Come on. What's the coolest part of the penis? Shaft. Try harder. What's your name? What? Shaft? Is it fuck? What is your name right now? What is it? Martin. Nice to meet you, Martin. What are you looking like that for, Martin? You're a bit nervous. You're a bit. Ooh, what's he gonna say here? Pardon? You're in trouble now. Wait till after me, I have 4 lads in fucking balaclavas. Anybody heckles is straight in the list. She's on it. You're on it. What do you do for a living, Martin? What is it? A statistician? Is that like a receptionist? Is that numbers? Boring numbers. Right, okay. Like a bit like Rachel Riley, only you're obviously not racist or anything. No, you're not racist. Lovely stuff. Do you know, actually, I signed my girlfriend up online to be a member of the Ku Klux Klan recently, Martin. And she's not racist at all. You know, I just think she'd look a hell of a lot prettier with a sheet covering her face. Lovely stuff. What did Kanye West say to his girlfriend when she was taking forever in the bathroom? I need you to hurry up, man. I call my penis Big Ben because when the ladies see it, they know what time it is. I like my women how I like my tea. I wring the bag out in her mug. Oh, I want to tell so many more of these, but I don't think you're going to enjoy them. Do you think I should? Yeah! This is Noel's fault, here we go! Last year on Valentine's Day, I bought my girlfriend a huge bunch of flowers, a box of chocolates, and the biggest teddy bear that I could find in the store. And would you believe she didn't even give me so much as a thank you in return? I know, to be honest, I don't know why I even bothered visiting her grave. Don't ask for it if you don't want it, Noel. Just remember that going forward. And also remember that, obviously, none of this is real. Apart from this, that is real. I have a football here, guys, and I've got loads of like sort of topics and stuff, and I thought for a while, or maybe throughout the night, I could sort of throw the ball out into the audience. You could catch it, we'd have a bit of a chat, and then you can just sort of pick a subject, and the sort of night goes how you guys want it to go. So we'll just throw it out in the audience. Don't smack it out of the way. This guy 100% wants to catch it. There you go, sir. Fair play. What's your name, buddy?
Jack.
Nice to meet you, Jack. Who's this, Jill? Jack and Jill went up the stairs to watch a bit of comedy. Neither of them laughed, and this doesn't rhyme because it's not poetry night. I'm joking. What's her name, Jack? Amy. Amy. Jack and Amy. Is that Amy? Yeah. And are you a couple?
Yeah.
Is this the parents? It's your parents. How do you enjoy the rough stuff? You loving it? Yeah. It must be the coolest dad ever. Is it you enjoying this, Harry Hill? Are you? Yeah. And you're cool with your son hearing all these the vulgar language. You're down with that? You learned them off of him. Dad of the year, guys. That's my kind of guy. Give him a round of applause for the gentleman. very much. So, Jack, I was gonna ask what you do for a living, but fuck me, you're about 14. What primary are you in? What year are you in school, or what? How old are you, Jack? You're in university. Whereabouts? Oh, you didn't get into Queen's? Sorry about that, Jack. Where do you come from, Jack? Where do you come from? Newcastle. Away, mate! Newcastle, County Down. You enjoy maybe more joke, did you? Should have fucking saved it to the end, shouldn't I? Only I'd known. Alright, Jack, so if you want to pick yourself a subject on the ball and then throw it back up, I'll give you a couple of jokes based on the subject that you pick. What are you picking? Fitness? Okay, throw it back up. Round of applause for Jack, ladies and gentlemen. Fitness. Word of advice for you, Jack, right? Never go to the gym hungover, alright? It was an absolute nightmare for me this morning. I don't know what was worse, actually being sick all over a treadmill or having to jump over it every 2 seconds for half an hour. Oh, it's great fun. Jiggy York, you've been so beautiful. This really means a lot to me tonight. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Just on the topic of just talking about sort of negative things that are going on in our country at the minute, I think it's really important, especially lads, to look after your mental health. So if any of you have any friends in the audience, if you're out with friends, you're on your way home tonight, just maybe stick your arm over your mate and just go, mate, how are you doing? And ask them a couple of times as well, just to kind of get them to bring something out, do you know what I mean? And just always speak to each other, lads. Always just fucking have wee heart to hearts. Doesn't mean you're bellying, right? It means you're willing to talk about your feelings. Honestly, you know, I'm being deadly serious. So, just before I go, right, I wanted to leave on a positive message. You have been absolutely fantastic. Always look after your mental health, guys. Just remember, at the end of the day, don't worry and be happy. I'll leave you with this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Can we get the volume turned up a little bit on this? That'd be lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, here, go on. I'm going to need this. Can we get a wee clap going? That's lovely. That's it. Yeah, that's so nice. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. That is beautiful. Keep